Hey guys, what's up? It's time to do a speed test comparison between the Vivo V29e versus the Vivo V27e. V27e is powered by MediaTek Helio G99 SoC with 8GB of RAM, while the newer Vivo V29e is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 SoC with 8GB of RAM. So on the back, we have triple cameras on the previous Vivo V27e versus a dual cameras on the newer V29e. So on the V29e we have 64 megapixel OIS main camera, then we have 8 megapixel ultra-wide. V27e we also have a 64 megapixel OIS main camera, then we have 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel which is a depth sensor. So no ultra-wide lens on the older Vivo V27e. Also we have a ring LED flash as well as a separate LED flash on the Vivo V29e. On the back we have a glass on the newer V29e versus a plastic on the older Vivo V27e, and the frames on both phones is made up of plastic. We have in-display fingerprint scanner on both phones overall, and the newer V29e it is slightly thicker as compared to the older Vivo V27e. So on the bottom we have our USB type C, again no headphone jack on both phones. Also we have a single speaker on both phones. We also have IP54 rating on both phones. So I am really excited to show you that how is the Snapdragon 695 is gonna perform against the Helio G99 inside the Vivo V27e. So without any wasting time, now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Logos came up first on the older V27e. And we have Android 13 on both phones with the Fun Touch OS version 13 as well. So let's see which one will faster. So the older Vivo V27e it is slightly faster when it comes to booting up. We only have 1 or 2 second difference between these devices. And guys, now let's talk about the displays between these devices. On the newer V29e has a 6.6 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED with 120Hz refresh rate. Also we have a center punch hole on the top, while on the older V27e has a 6.6 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED with 120Hz refresh rate with a center punch hole on the top and the forehead, as you can see, as well as the side bezels. Even the bottom chin it is much smaller on the newer Vivo V29e. Everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. Now let's opening a phone dialer, and that is exactly the same. So next on the list is the settings, and that is exactly the same. Let me go to the display on both phones and let me show the refresh rate. So we have 120Hz refresh rate on both phones. And now check out some more apps. Now let's open up Amazon Shopping with same Wi-Fi network. So looks like exactly the same. Again, you guys are the judge. And scrolling wise absolutely smooth. And now let's open this tab, this time also exactly the same. And now check out some games application, and now let's see that how much a difference between the Snapdragon 695 versus the Helio G99. And now let's opening up the Candy Crush Saga, and Candy Crush it is open up exactly the same on both phones. Instagram about the same. Let's spin out, and that is exactly the same. So you can see both phones is perform very similar. Snapchat about the same. Spotify slightly faster on the V29e. Subway Surfer, Snapdragon 695 versus MediaTek Helio G99. So looks like exactly the same. Slightly faster on the newer V29e, it is almost a draw. And let me show the speakers on both phones. First on the newer V29e, and here is the V27e. Yes, on the speakers it is more louder on the newer V29e. And now let's see temper and 2. And both phones is perform very similar. I did not expect that. Yes, Sometimes the Vivo V29 is taking the lead, but anyways, now let's see opening up the PUBG Mobile, and this is a big game. Now let's see in that game which one will be faster, so you will get a better idea regarding the performance of the Snapdragon 695 versus Helio G99. So the Snapdragon 695 is performed slightly faster, as you can see, slightly faster. Also in that game we have smooth graphics with ultra frame rate on both phones, no extreme frame rate even on the newer. Now let's open X, and that is slightly faster on the older V27e. And now let's open Z, and Z it is open up exactly the same. Scrolling feels really smooth on both phones. I would say more smoother on the V29e, because on the Vivo V27e it is on 60 Hz. I don't know why, while the newer V29e it is on 120 Hz. And last I'm launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. So camera it is open up slightly faster on the Vivo V29e. As far as the cam performance are concerned, and the cam performance it is slightly improved, I would say, on the Vivo V29e. And now let's look at the front facing camera. So the front facing camera it is improved on the newer V29e, but the colors looks really similar on both phones. We have 32 megapixel versus a 50 megapixel. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using Chrome on both phones. Also we have same Wi-Fi network. Now let's open wikipedia.org. That is about the same. The scrolling feels really smooth on both phones. As you can see, we see a hiccup on the Vivo V27e again. Next on the list is apple.com. Apple.com it is open up slightly faster on the newer V27e, and scrolling feels absolutely smooth. Again, you can see the hiccupness on the Vivo V27e. I don't know why it keeps happening every single time. And now let's see RAM measurement on both phones. Again, you can see the bug or a hiccup on the V27e, and both phones has 8 GB of RAM. So phone dialer still there, settings still there. Again, you can see the lag. Amazon shopping and debit card refresh on both phones. Candy Crush Saga still there, Instagram still there, Pinout still there, Snapchat, Spotify, Subway Surfer, refresh, Temper and 2 still there, PUBG, refresh on both phones. Now let's open up X, Z, refresh. Last we're back to the internet browser. And guys, so what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that on the newer Vivo V29e is performed slightly faster only in games, and the difference it is only a 1 second maximum between these devices. As far as the system based applications are concerned, it is about the same on both phones. I don't see a big improvement between these devices. So in terms of the RAM wise, in that area, as you can see, and both phones is performed very similar in the RAM measurement. RAM measurement it is not really good even on the newer Vivo V29e. And now let's talk about the battery sizes. So on the newer V29e has a 4800 mAh battery size with a 44 watt super fast charging, while on the Vivo V27e we have 4600 mAh battery size with a 66 watt super fast charging. And yes, we have a downgrade in the fast charging, although we have an upgrade in the battery size on the newer Vivo V29e. And that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Vivo V29e versus the Vivo V27e. And do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and follow me on Instagram as well as on X, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace out.